Hey, is it really such a good idea to be out here on Halloween night?
Ugh, can you stop? This is awesome! But I feel like we're missing something.
Don't be such a scaredy cat. Hey, how about a scary story?
Oh, don't worry. I have the best scary story.
Ay, Dios
Aww.
mío.
Come on, my stories aren't that bad.
I think we all know you have no idea how to tell a story. You always hint to the ending and then add these big surprises as if we're supposed to be caught off guard.
Yeah, I actually agree with that.
Okay, yeah, but I'm getting better. And this one's based off a true story, so there is no way I can mess it up.
Fine. Better to get the bad ones out of the way to make the good ones better.
Exactly. Now, this is a story about a cursed book. Hey, trust me, man, it's better than it sounds.
Fine, go ahead.
Okay, so it starts with a group of people with day jobs.
Better not rhyme, I swear.
So these friends decided it was time for fun, so they took a week off to go on the run. They went to the cabin far in the woods and made sure it had all the goods.
Son of a
On their way, they passed through a mountain where they found their friends. They were staring at graves with names, and they thought about their dead ends.
Hey, hold on a second. Mountains are straight rock. How would they dig graves there?
They found a patch of dirt anyway.
But even so, the hole would create some type of disturbance indeed.
Anyway, Maroscript, a failing priest, decided to spend his time to hunt. He found a couple of boar and a deer, and knew what he would want. They also met a guardian turtle, which turned out to be a very easy hurdle. As they approached the cabin, Maroscript and No Pants started to crush. There was a former love of Maro, and the new love of No Pants that made him blush. They fought over her for hours before they went inside, but it didn't end there. They spent additional hours trying to get her to care.
I feel like this has nothing to do with the story.
It's called world building. Now shh. As Maroscript decided to explore, found a series of letters. They were of an old scientist whose work was not for the better. They described a book made of pure evil, and that he had finally found it. He brought it home and read, but it ended badly from the sounds of it. Then, after even more courting, Maroscript made a decision. He and No Pants would go into the attic. To not alarm anyone, they would do so with precision.
I don't think that's how you use precision.
Then what would you use, huh?
Stealth?
Shows how much you know. Stealth doesn't even rhyme with decision.
You know, you don't have to.
When they entered the attic, they were met with a corpse. It was the doctor holding his last letter. It described the book and the curse he let out, saying, "I hope you can turn things for the better."
Isn't that the same rhyme?
They found a box full of weapons and also the Book of Legends. Maroscript opens it, and with a gust of air, they hear the screams of their friends downstairs. They try their best to reach their friends, going from room to room. Little did they know that their friend's only weapon was a broom. By the time they get there, the only one left is Ashley. He seems to know what he's doing. He talks about his past life before he came to town, and how he lived for monster executing. But these are not normal monsters. These are demons. The only way to stop them is to use the book that curses them. They need to get back to the city and warn the king. Hopefully he will know something. But as soon as they leave, they are attacked before they can breathe.
Alright, I gotta go to the bathroom, but keep going. I can hear you.
Fine, just go. Anyway, the heroes moved through the horde with ease. Little did they know that that was just a tease. For when they got to the mountain pass, they would find a surprise they left decaying in the grass. They fought the animals they left, both dead and alive. The monsters had just caught up. It seems that they had more than brains as their drive. As they defeated the undead animals, Maroscript renounced his holiness and turned to dark magic. If you knew his real intentions, you would see how this was so tragic. As they approached the city,
So you're just not gonna tell us about his intentions?
no one knows his intentions.
So then, How would anyone know it's tragic?
It's rumors that spread. Anyway,
It seems like a cop-out, but...
as they approached the city, they noticed a distinct increase in screaming and swords swinging. Just then, they saw the bells dinging. They needed to help and fight. However, sadly, the creatures of the night decided to fight back with all their might. They were no match for our heroes and their skills. This was no surprise to the seekers of thrills, but they were met with more than an undead resistance, like the guards who were trying to keep them out, for instance. Without a second thought, Marrowscript dispatched them quickly in a manner that would make a regular man sickly. As they reached the gates and helped the guards, they were wondering, where are the bards? See, the bards could read a spell from their books and make all these monsters die with just some angry looks. Marrowscript remembered his past as a priest and felt reading from the book was worth a try at least. As he read those old Latin words, those monsters stood still and smelly like turds. Our heroes wasted no time and headed for the king, thinking that there is something they were not remembering. As they clear the dead and walk into the castle, they started to think it was not worth the hassle. The king welcomed them with open arms and took them to see the council and its master of charms. She tells them, the book curse can be lifted, but only if the battle were shifted, if we take the book to the other side and destroy the evil and turn the tide. Our heroes wasted no time doing so, going into the underworld like a gift with a bow. When they get there, they are met with the full force of evil, but they had to hurry to not lose their people. As they enter the monument to try and stop the curse, Ash walks in and says, I've seen worse. I'll get right to it. Don't you worry. But they heard roars nearby, which meant bad news, surely. As the monsters climbed in and tried to fight, the heroes used all of their mana to tell them good night. After the heroes slayed all the beasts, Ash says, it's done, and puts his sword in the ground.
Oh, come on. That didn't even rhyme.
You don't rhyme! Sorry. At that moment, Marrowscript approaches Ash with a dastardly dash. Before he can escape, Marrowscript grabs him by the cape. He stabs Ash with all his might he could must. He turned the hero into dust. They return to the Master of Charms to go home. Before she can ask about Ash, the Master is shown. They leave the evil world and return safely where the greeters greet them happily. The king notices their lack of Ash and is stricken with glee. He says, I never expected you to do my job for me. Not only did you close off the portal, but you killed my arch nemesis, that annoying mortal. You see, he was immune to dark magic and anything evil. I couldn't fight him at all. But all it took was one person's jealousy to make that weasel fall.
I feel like that was unnecessary.
There is no one to oppose us. This realm is ours for the taking, but to start we will kill you, and call it the Grand Reckoning.
The Grand Reckoning. Reckoning of what? Like, what did the heroes even do to warrant a reckoning?
They fought the demons.
Yeah, but I feel like they were planning this for a while, so it would have to be...
Because some people just want to watch the world burn, okay?
Wait, did you just quote my call?
Anyway... the queen then turned into a hideous serpent and the king and prince followed suit. The prince a cowardly vampire, and the king an angry brute. Our heroes' courage didn't falter, they pulled their swords to fight, and the queen laughed and jumped into everyone's line of sight. The heroes and guards put up the fight of their lives, even started to hurt the queen, but then she let out a shriek and decided she wanted to change her scene. The royal family was scattered, attacking the people that were left. The guards were dying left and right, and the burden on our heroes' shoulders had heft. As they made their way to the town center, fighting all the big bosses, they pushed them all into one spot to smear the ground with their sauces.
Oh, come on. Was that necessary?
Nice.
When they got there, the prince was dispatched with haste. The king and queen, however, had a killing taste. They were not going down without a fight. Except the king, he went down without a fight. As they were finalizing the fight, Marrowscript looks to his side. There is a figure looking shadowy. And who else could it be but the late hero Ashley? He made it out and saved the council they left behind. He held no bad feelings, however, for the brutal murder. I wish you could have told me sooner that your plan was for them to show their true color. Together they laid waste to the remaining monsters and finally killed the evil royal family. They shook hands and forgave each other, but with a slash to Marrowscript's back, Ash said, "Well, we will." Gradually, our heroes went on to rebuild and restore their hometown that was in ruins. However, with an ending that would bore, a contingency was put in. If the queen should fall, her spirit would have nowhere to go. She would have any choice at all, for her to take over a body and be patient and slow, for one day she would make her return and keep her vow to watch the world burn. So, how'd you guys like it?
Well, this was a solid waste. About 10 minutes. I should have kept walking out from the beginning.
I mean, I really tried to stick up for you, but oh, wow, that was
Well, you guys kept interrupting me, messing up my flow.
Yeah, I'm sure that was
Alright,
it.
fine. Since you all thought mine was so bad, why don't you come up with one?
gladly.